watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Canada. It's time!
What is up, guys? Welcome back for another great chapter review of Samurai 8. If this is your first time, please make sure you subscribe for future content. Hit that like button and comment so we can get some good vibes going. All right. So let's get into this chapter. This chapter starts off with a bang. We get the AI court, right? Who are essentially puppets. They're all there wearing black cloaks, looking all mysterious. They all look the same. They're basically puppets. So I'm guessing there is a controller somewhere in the galaxy. And if there is a controller, that dude must have some crazy range, because there's like 8 puppets. Or maybe they're like, each puppet represents, a judge or something or whatever, whatever like that. But finally, guys, we got Banky. They turned this dude in.
Change my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So hard to find.
we got him.
Finally, the dude was scum. Badass character to the end. Scum. Alright, so Kotsuga and the others, their punishment, right? They're placed under the care of Commander Sen. He says it's basically, think of it as community service, but how I'm looking at it is that they're basically going to be watched by, Commander Sen, and he's gonna, use Hachimaru to find the keys. He's a special force member, right? And so he says that they're gonna join their team. So I guess there are other samurai there that we're gonna meet that are a part of Hachimaru's team. But another great note is that Kotsuga and Sanda are staying. They're gonna be joining the team. They're gonna be tag teaming with us. That's dope. I know everyone really loved those two characters. I know I do, for sure. Sanda and Ryu, they have a special place in my heart. But we're getting that Galactic Force arc, baby, and I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited because with the Galactic Federation, not only are you gonna learn about the world and the intricacies, but you're gonna learn the the ins and outs of the actual Federation, what they do, and then we're gonna learn more about the schools, obviously, as we later learn in this chapter what we're getting into. So this is gonna be dope. We're gonna see how the Galactic Federation handles things, and hopefully we get some new members to this already dope cast, because the cast it's just really great. Sen, Ryu, Sanda, Hachimaru, and all fantastic. But let's keep going. So Sen says that you're going to be joining us on our mission. So I guess after they complete this mission, then Hachimaru and them, they can go about doing whatever they want to do. Maybe. But they're looking for a man named Hanaichi, a cat samurai, and his student, who's a key to the box. Can't wait to see that. We get all that later in this chapter. It was fantastic. The pacing has been fantastic this chapter. I just gotta say. So we flash now to a different planet, and we meet a girl named Ichigo. And she can sense the destruction of a star or planet. Is this maybe like future Farsight? How Princess saw earlier, she could sense like Hachimaru. Maybe she can has that innate ability to where she can feel the star and sense that it's gonna die soon or something like that. And don't forget that we saw this inkling with Daruma already, where he can kind of see into the future, where he can see the beginning and the end. So maybe there's something like that going on with Ichigo. But let's keep going. And so maybe it's like a princess ability. Maybe she could be like a princess in training, because the mom says that we're paying a lot of money for the school that you're into and whatnot. So maybe she's a princess. She's going through princess training and whatnot, and she has a very traditional garb on. So hopefully we get more more on Ichigo later on. So we go through the planets, seeing the lives of the people going on, and the art's really amazing. You can tell in each sequence of the panels that we get that each one is like enveloped in their own story, and the faces and the art can tell like there's people getting married, there's a people going out to eat, there's a girl looking for her tablet, running late for school, and they all have very distinct features, and you can tell in their setting that that they're living their individual lives and whatnot. So that's really dope. I just wanted to point that out, and it was just really heartwarming. The art, the aura, it just felt really good. We then meet a samurai who was looking for Ichigo. We got them they're on like a bunny ship holder looking thing, space holder, and it's two of them, and so it's a boy. He has dark skin, kind of like Ata, and he has, a cloak on, and apparently he was looking for Ichigo because he says he finds her, and so I'm thinking maybe like she, although she's really young, maybe she found like a locker ball, and maybe she lost it, and then this guy, he became a samurai from the locker ball. So maybe that's just my theory of what could potentially happen. And so we got the big goat coming in, Ata, firing off 3 angular nuclear warheads, shatters it's just, oh my god, it's just so Ata, bro. Like every time we get Ata pulling up, he's just being a big goat. He's just doing some badass shit, right? It's just fantastic. Love me some Ata. We find out that the samurai's name is Goku, and again, the little girl, her name is Ichigo. So that's pretty dope. Shouts out to Dragon Ball Z and Bleach. This references to other shonen legends, and Adult Daruma, he kind of looks like Naruto. So shout out to all of them and whatnot. And then we get the destruction of 3 planets. Like, the blowing up of them was just so beautiful, because we got that whole paneling and whatnot of nobody believing Ichigo, and then everyone living their normal lives, and how planets, they don't just die out of nowhere, and so that was just really dope. But Ichigo, she doesn't die. She gets saved by Goku. They immediately fly off the planet and whatnot because they knew the angular warheads were going. So I guess they might be tied with Ata in some way. But sheesh, Ata is ruthless. And so they're on the holder, the bunny ship holder. Like it's really dope. It looks like a little snowshoe. But anyways, Ichigo is now crying, thinking about her mom dying and whatnot. And Ichigo seems like, Goku, it seems like he's enjoying the beauty and the destruction. He's like, he's just kind of sitting there like, oh, that's the planet you were just on. Like look at it. Like it. So maybe he's like a little crazy. Hopefully we get some stuff with that. And then we meet a animal-like species, new species. He's an actual cat. And this is the guy I'm assuming is Hanaichi, the cat samurai. And he says that they captured her for a good reason. So maybe they're joining up with Ata to, destroy the galaxy and whatnot. Who knows? Hopefully we get that later on. But just a bang with this new arc so far. We got the Oni race so far with Benkei, and now we got Hanaichi, who seems to be like a animal species type of race. So that's dope. And Ata commands Ikkaku to send out Nikkaku through Nanakaku, the 2 through 7 brothers, to collect the samurai souls of those that died. So I think, if they're not on that side, there might be a collision between Hanaichi and the 7 brothers, the 5 brothers that are going out there. So that we might get that if they're not working together. So things could be heating up pretty soon with that. And so we find out that they also have a lead on Hachimaru and the others, and know that they're moving about. Like Ikkaku has, he's heard rumors and whatnot. And we also got Neri. She says some interesting dialogue, like, is this the most wisest choice to be just going about destroying these planets? And as a princess who's, they're there to they're there to basically protect the planet and give the planet strength by creating samurai. So it kind of makes sense that she doesn't really like the whole going about destroying planets thing. So next we get them. They're on the ship holder. Hachimaru explains that Daruma won't wake up, and Yoken, the ship basically tells Hachimaru that, hey, Daruma left this behind. He says, connect your key to his key. They connect keys, and then Hachimaru is now in Daruma's conscious. So Daruma's still sleeping. Yay. We find out he left steps with his holder to make sure that Hachimaru downloads the Konoyasha license. Since it takes a long time to download, we might get Daruma back or Hachimaru taken out of the story a bit, because Daruma basically noted that, hey, we have to get money first, and then we got to do this because it takes a really long time. So we might get them back at the same time, or Hachimaru might train a little bit, who knows. But let's keep going. Hachimaru, after connecting and getting into Daruma's conscience, basically, Yoken tells him that the license is a scripture from long ago known as the laws of the military houses, and that's basically some lore we're getting. Like, it basically means that these schools were from a time before samurai, and there was like scriptures to use certain techniques and stuff like that, and to learn how to use the styles, because it also goes into, with certain simulations, it gets cut off, but basically Hachimaru will be allowed to do, through training, he'll be allowed to do certain samurai techniques and moves and get stronger like that. So at 3%, we see Daruma and Hachimaru's stats, and Hachimaru is such a noob. Like, all his stats are just completely garbage, but we gotta remember that Daruma, he's an initiate, he's been doing this a lot longer. And remember, he's like the second head of the Konoyasha style in his human body, right? And so some of the, I'm not going to go into all the stats, but I'm going to just talk about some of the more interesting things. So we get Daruma's princess stat, or bravery, and we get his key holder stats. Now, they have a little thing next to them, and that means that they're dead. They're dead, they're gone, etc. He doesn't have his wolf holder or his princess. So those were his two main ways of fighting. But Daruma could get 100 times stronger than what he was. That's insane. That is or was it 10? Either 100 or 10. But anyways, he could get stronger, and his stats were already broken. So that's crazy. So after that, but a little note that I want to put in there to show that Hachimaru, why he was able to do the things that he was on the planet, although he was complete garbage, is that for his bravery, Aang can increase his stats when praying by 8 times. So remember, his gravitational pull is like 80,000, so you just multiply that by 8, you get 640,000. So like, his gravitational force is like just off the charts. And then it's just completely off the charts when Aang's praying. So that was interesting. Another note that we got was that in order to use the Atmos Fang, Daruma says you need all your stats above 900 except for charisma, and Hachimaru was basically like nowhere near close to that. And people were saying like he's moon level or whatever, like he could destroy a moon by himself, and it's like, no, bro, like Daruma, like, you don't understand. Hachimaru is nowhere near moon level. Like, that's crazy. And so a symbol of fire appears, right? And you know how Hachimaru has had this thing on his forehead for the longest. And it is the exact same symbol that is on Hachimaru's forehead. When they're in that, and when they're in Daruma's conscious, the fire, it starts to expand and emanate, and out of it comes Fudo Myo. And Daruma is amazed by this because this didn't happen to him apparently. Like, this is not a normal thing that happens to samurai when they're doing the initiate process. This is probably something only the Samurai Keys can tap into. So like, oh my goodness, like this chapter was just solid. It was really dope, really amazing. Just loved everything about it. 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Just really dope. The pacing was really well. The setup to this next arc has just started off with a bang. It's gonna be fantastic. Let me know again what you guys think down below in the comment section. Remember to like, share the video around, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.